Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, and me. That's Jack. That's him.
Yeah, dressed up too.
Yeah, get on nice. And today we're going to do something we've been asked to do, and it's the season, man, and we're just going to do some pumpkin spice cookies, man. And it's going to be nice because I got this fancy stuff we're going to put on the top, like a frosting kind of thing we're going to do. It's going to be really cool. Before we jump into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell for notifications, and let's get into it. So you don't need flour, first off, in your baking powder. Super easy, right? Pumpkin, just 1 can. Right?
Pumpkin.
That's obviously you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a couple sticks of butter, like one for the frosting and one for the cookies here. We're going through the cookies. 2 eggs, some sugar, and then your spices, right? You're gonna need a little bit of salt, nutmeg, ginger, and cinnamon. I don't use allspice and cloves in this one.
Try to avoid
and then
that.
the nuts are optional. Now for the frosting and stuff, you're gonna need like powdered sugar and some
Cream cheese.
cream cheese. That's the hell that is.
And vanilla
Vanilla and your butter that you're talking about. So you're going to need a mixer for this one. Now it tells you to cream the butter, which they told us not to.
What the hell? How do you cream butter?
That's apparently you don't melt it. We learned that.
Yeah.
That you take the butter and the sugar, right? And you mix those in, and then you're supposed to cream them, which is to take this mixer, and if you do this without a mixer, you got forearms the size of a gorilla. And you go out here and you beat the living piss out of it until it's all nice and smooth and creamy. And you notice it actually starts to work.
Yeah.
Well, we were told no, you're supposed to leave the stick solid.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So you go ahead and after you get that creamed up, go ahead and put your eggs in. And then add your pumpkin. Do the whole can.
Don't lose your battle with the can.
Smarter than a can opener, which I fail almost daily. Get that and just put the whole thing in there. Right, just go ahead. And I was worried it was going to make it over the top pumpkin flavor, but it actually turned out really nice. Whereas just add a little bit of it. So you need to start blending this stuff in, right? You blend all that, get it nice and smooth, and then we've already separated our flour, baking powder, and spices from the side. We got the full recipe down in the doobly-doo. You find it down there. But we're sifting it in. You just put it in a little bit at a time. You don't throw the whole thing in there, or it just kind of clumps up, turns into like a giant wad of pumpkin stuff.
It gets really hard to mix.
You want to do it slow, and you got to have a mixer. Your forearm's just going to be gorilla sized, and it's going to be spooky looking.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing this with a fork. It's not going to happen.
You keep blending this in, and you keep going until it gets that same color all the way around. Use a spoon, kind of scrape the sides. If you got one of them rubber spatula doodads, makes it worthwhile just to have that where it scrapes it all down. And then once you get that stuff, you're ready. Mixed up, go ahead and just use a spoon. I used 2. I kind of cheated. And I put oil down because I just don't trust it.
Don't trust it not to stick.
So, and just take a spoon and make little pumpkin splats across this. Now, with this making so much, we had 2 cookie sheets.
This made a lot of cookies. Yeah. Like, way more than I thought we were going to end up with. We don't know what to do with them all. We have so many cookies.
Right. So, as you're blending, like I said, you add your spices and stuff in there. We made 2 of these. You put it in for 350 for 15 minutes. Now, while you're doing that, you're going to try this. Now, since we were told that you're not supposed to melt this stuff, we put our cream cheese, eventually.
Yeah, eventually. There we go.
And the butter.
See, this doesn't look right. I can already tell something is off.
And then there's 4...
Was it 3? 3 teaspoons?
Teaspoons of that, right?
Vanilla.
And then we took the mixer. Now, I don't trust it, and I'm terrified. I'm laughing too hard to try to keep this down when I was doing this. So I'm scared it's going to get me. So I'm going to spray it down here.
It's going to jump out.
Yeah, it just beat the living crap out of everything. The butter shot all over the place. How
do you cream butter?
Just ended up, I ground the butter with the mixer until it started coming apart. Eventually it started working, but I think the melting thing works so much better.
I believe it's supposed to be room temperature butter.
Well,
that might work.
So, we kept using that plastic spatula, scraping it down, putting all this in here. It's really great.
Oh, man.
Now, you start sifting in your powdered sugar.
It's about 4 cups.
It says 4 cups. We use like 3.5. That is a lot of sugar.
That is.
And again, you're sifting it in just a little bit at a time and keep blending it. And it looked like horrible, but it starts getting into that. Actually looks like frosting.
That looks
now,
like...
Now, this is where you add your cinnamon to it right here. And then we got a brainstorm of, since the cookies were going to be so orange, we wanted to try to make it like a purple color. So I added a bunch of blue and red, and we kept correcting it with red because it just went over the top blue. And it turned into this pale purple, which looks really cool in the video. In the pictures, it came out gray, which, if it's Halloween style,
it's all right, I guess.
So you can leave it as the white stuff is fine, but like I said, I tried to play with it a little bit. And
your
got
mileage
blue,
may
and I was
vary.
like, yeah, okay, so let's add some more red. You can do straight red or whatever. It depends on if you're trying to be spooky Halloweenish. Like you see, it starts to change a little bit, and I had to stop and add more red.
Yeah,
Completely optional, not mandatory at all. Just put that in there.
Yeah, we just happen to have food coloring sitting in a thing somewhere. It was like, fuck it.
So we threw it all in there, and it started turning this purple color, and it started leaving like blue streaks as I was cleaning off the sides. So I ended up leaving that in there. So some of them have like a blue streak in the purple. Whatever.
You can see it with your eyes, but the camera
after
doesn't pick
15
it up.
minutes, these come out, but these are not
Pokey,
hard. They come off
squishy.
as like a cake cookie, and then you're supposed to just go ahead, just use a spoon and frost these. Now, all the pictures I saw, it was just kind of wadded up and huge on top of it, and,
Like a cupcake kind of thing?
Yeah, and it tastes outstanding. And it's straight cream cheese frosting is what you just made, and it's really good. But man, is it sweet!
Yeah.
It's a lot of sugar, and it's time consuming to do all these. But like I said, they're not perfect. They're not round. But they look okay, but they taste outstanding. So you just ice as many of these as you can, and you're done. And this is super cheap. This costs like next to nothing. And we added some candy corn to make it look good. Like again, there's that gray stuff. And I think this cost us like maybe $6-7 at the most, and made like,
It made
2
a lot.
dozen cookies. Yeah, it was a lot. Now, we had to do this ourselves because we had a friend of ours who was supposed to come do it, but she was too sick to do it. So we're going to give a shout out to our friend Yes here, because we got such a hard time about the last time we put her picture in here. And there you have it. Super cheap, super easy ways of doing cookies. They don't look the greatest. They don't look like they're store-bought. So if you take it to a potluck or something, you'll be the envy because you made it awesome. A lot of that stuff is optional, like we went through. We'll get back through that. But try it. If you try something different, be sure to put down in the comments or how you do it differently. Maybe we'll look back on it and try that again. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, all the internet stuff. Be sure to do that. You can also catch us here, YouTube, Tuesdays and Fridays. You can catch us all week, but we upload Tuesdays and Fridays. You can find us on Instagram at Living Between, Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen, Pinterest at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen, and Patreon as well. If you want to help us out, we very much appreciate it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.